Hey kids, how's everybody out there in YouTube land today, huh? Good morning world. Look at this beautiful, beautiful morning out here on Manhasset Bay. Just beautiful out here in the water. I'm uh, I'm really enjoying nice breeze blowing. Just couple 3 miles an hour, 2 3 miles an hour. So it's a nice gentle breeze coming out of the north. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah. But anyhow, yeah, we got a little north breeze blowing. It's just a beautiful day out here on the bay. Feel the sun on my back. I guess the best revenge. Let me sit you guys down here for a second. I'm trying to get you positioned someplace where the dog won't knock it over. I guess the best revenge in life is just living well, guys. Just living well. And right now, I am kind of living well. I got to admit that. So, hey, Mary, good morning. How are you? Yeah, let me position you over maybe. I'm trying to get you so you don't have the sun in your eyes. So there you go. Yeah, just absolutely gorgeous day. Not a cloud in the sky. Well, a little bit of serious stuff, the little wispy kind of stuff. Oh, I guess there's some cloud. I guess there's more cloud over behind me. Where I'm looking out in front of me here, though, there's no cloud up there at all. So a little bit of this little wispy stuff, but I didn't notice behind me. There's a lot more cloud behind me, I guess, now that I see it in the camera. Oh man, just a beautiful day. So I guess the best revenge in life, all the nonsense people, is just living well, and I'm living well. I got to admit, guys, I may be broke. I may not have much money. I may be living out here on my little crappy boat. I may be the ghetto boat of the Anchorage, as some moron commented. But you know what, guys? I'm out here on my boat. What are you doing today? That's always the final answer. I mean, no matter what nonsense these trolls and stuff put at me, I got to let it go. Obviously, guys, I'm a little pissed off at some troll comment this morning, but oh, people are so funny. Well, I guess I've gone that far. I need to explain it though. Had a guy yesterday. I made a comment, or not yesterday. Actually, the other day I made a video about not having insurance and the problems in regards to that. Hey Mo 911, how you doing? And I said that in the past I have been a licensed insurance agent and a licensed securities principal. I used to be a branch manager for Robert Thomas Securities, which is a division of Raymond James. And some guy had to get on the Ohio e-licensing thing and said, "Oh, I looked you up on e-licensing. You're not there." Well, first of all, he didn't look up on the right e-licensing. I had to provide him the proper link, and sure enough, I am there. But just, people go to that extent. They're going to jump on there and try to prove me wrong, make me a liar to further whatever their, yeah, I mean, it's just nonsense. I'm so tired of all these people making false accusations about me and calling me a liar, and they are absolutely clueless. They have no evidence. You know, if I tell you I was a licensed insurance agent, because I was a licensed insurance agent. I used to be a licensed securities principal. I'm a licensed real estate broker. I am currently a licensed real estate broker. I've had more goddamn licenses in my life than I can shake a stick at. And in my entire career, not once, not one time in insurance, in securities, or in real estate have I ever had anybody file a complaint against me. Not once. I've always lived my life as morally and ethically as possible, but I guess there's so many people out there that have such crappy lives, they just got to attack other people and try to take them down. I just don't get it. So, whatever. You get all these people that don't have a clue what's really going on in the world running their mouths. They apparently have never tried to do anything fun and interesting, and all they want to do is tear down those of us who have. So, oh well, like I said before earlier in this, the best revenge is living well, guys. The best revenge is living well. I'm sitting here with my dog. You can see she's up on the deck walking around, as she always does. She goes on her morning patrol around the boat. She's got a She's got to walk around the boat and make sure everything is where we left it last night. Thanks, Frank. Yeah, well, right doesn't make it right, though. You know, it's just frustrating, guys. And I'm sorry I go on too much about it, but you know, I'm a sensitive person, and you know, I don't like when people are casting dispersions about me. I assume you guys would feel the same way. And you know, it's I know I'm putting myself out here with my YouTube channel, but that doesn't give people license to be rude. Just because I'm putting my life out here and you know sharing it with everybody doesn't give everybody else license to be rude and be buttheads about it. That doesn't make it okay for them. So so I've come to the conclusion that when people act like that troll-like behavior, then they're gonna get treated like troll-like behavior. So I'm not gonna be the nice guy anymore. Anyhow, enough of that. I'm wasting too much of my precious morning dealing with nonsense. I am out here having a ball. Uh-oh. My little shopping cart's got signs of, I don't know if it's got rust on it or if it's got mud on it. Huh. I gotta clean it up and oil it. Unfortunately, I have no place for it down below. There's no place for it to fit. I guess I'm gonna have to figure out someplace though, because it's obviously not good for it to be up on deck. Huh. Well, I gotta move a bunch of stuff out and make room anyway, so I guess that is what it is. Beautiful day out here, kids. It is 75 degrees. We have a 2-knot breeze blowing. Beautiful, bright, sunny day. Could not get, I mean, weather-wise, just could not get any better. Could not be any better. And I've got this beautiful view out here in front of me. You know, look, I mean, look at that view. Look at that. Sitting here with a beautiful view of the bay and just enjoying the heck out of life. Watching my dog patrol the boat. You coming by? Huh? You coming by? Let me move my banana. Go ahead. Go ahead. She's got to finish her patrol. Oh man, I already went for my morning swim this morning. That was great. Got rinsed off. In salt water, every time you go for a swim, you got to come up on deck and you got to rinse off. You got to get some fresh water and get the salt off of you. Otherwise, you get all itchy all day. So today, time to get to some chores though. Today is definitely a day to get to some chores. Trying to dry some stuff out. You can see my clothes and stuff. That all got wet during the storm yesterday. This morning, I'm going to finish editing that video I was working on last night. I'm going to try to get that edited this morning and get that put up. So I'm going to be a couple more hours on that. And then as soon as I get that done, I'm going to start jumping onto some of these projects. I think I'm going to go ahead and get these holes cut over here on this side, just like the holes I cut on the starboard side. I got to cut the holes on the port side. And I need to get up there and unbolt that one cleat that is loose. And then Tickle Me Fin, that was the name I couldn't remember the other night. SV Tickle Me Fin stamped out some aluminum plates for me. Doug has those, so I'll get those from Doug tomorrow. I won't be able to do the fiberglass filling until I get those plates, because I'm going to use those plates to close up the holes. Otherwise, it would just pour right through. So I can get the fiberglass repair work done back there. Gonna mix up a bunch of resin, add some fiber to it, and then just fill that into the hole. But then with the backing plate, that should be sufficient strength. So I'm getting kind of excited. I'm getting close to getting the push pits welded up and back on the boat. That's gonna be nice. I hope Doug's feeling better, because I would like to be able to get that done fairly soon. So I'm going to cut those holes out today, so I got to do that, cut those out, and then some vacuuming. That won't take me all day. And I guess from there, I probably am going to start working on the mast lights. I'll make that the next project. I could paint. I could finish painting the door here, but everything's still a little damp. The boat's very wet from the storm yesterday. So I think I might want to let things air out a little bit. And I got to get my spare anchor and get all that stuff put away and get everything back organized now that the storm has passed. So we'll go with that. But anyhow, let me see what I missed in the chat here. Let me move you down where I can read this. I like that you started to look into the insurance stuff. Saw the insurance video earlier today. We just like you too well being. We just like you too well being Carl. Okay. Okay, well, thank you, Dick. I appreciate that. I wouldn't lie at those insurance folks, but I haven't no YouTube channel that they can follow. I wouldn't lie at those insurance folks, but I haven't no YouTube channel that they can follow. I'm not sure what you mean there, Dick. Oh, you would lie at those insurance folks. I would lie at those insurance. I'm not sure what that means. It is a beautiful morning. So, hey, Sealy Shannon, how you feeling, buddy? How you doing? Still in the hospital receiving treatments for transplant rejection of the kidney I received in 2009. Oh, okay, man. Are you feeling better? Are they making progress? Are they having some success with that? Or I have to admit, I'm kind of worried about you. You know, that's kind of some serious stuff you're going through right now. So I hope you're doing better. I really do. Hey, and Dick, talking about the insurance, I had spoken to Boat US, which I'm a member of Boat US. I have their tow insurance. And I had gotten online and tried to do a quote and couldn't because I couldn't answer some of the questions that they have. So I called an agent there. I spoke to the agent. He said that they had to run it through, they had to kick it up to the underwriters and see if they even wanted to give me a quote. Then he came back to me and he said that they would be able to give me a quote, but they want a bunch of photos of the boat. So he was going to send me an email with a list of the photos they need for the boat. And guess what? I haven't gotten any email from him now. I gave it a couple days. I haven't gotten any email. So today I'm going to call them back. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll just try calling Progressive Insurance instead. I used to be licensed with Progressive many, many years ago. Maybe I'll call Progressive instead and just do the boat insurance through them. I understand. I got online on Facebook and I did a post to on one of the groups that I'm a member of. It's a group of people that live aboard on sailboats. A couple thousand member group on Facebook of just people who live full time on sailboats. They would have the best resources for that. And of course, the answers that I got were all the same thing. People just give fictitious email or fictitious addresses, which is not a good thing. Anytime you give any kind of erroneous information when you fill out an application for insurance, it actually gives license to the insurance company to reject a claim. You know, if you say you live here and the two questions that I had a problem with was one, they wanted to know my address. Well, I don't have an address. I live on my boat. I don't have a permanent address right now. So I can't give them a permanent address. The second thing is they wanted to know where I store my boat. Well, I live on my boat. I don't store it. I store it underneath my butt. I don't, there's not a marina. So they wanted me to give them the name of a marina nearby me so they could put on the application that that's where I store the boat. Well, that's not accurate. And if I tell them that I store the boat here in this marina in New York, as an example, and then I'm down in Florida and I put in a claim down in Florida, they're going to say, well, now, wait a minute. You said you were storing the boat in New York. What the heck are you doing in Florida? You know, the idea for insurance companies, they can't seem to fathom that boats move. Imagine that. It's not like a house. So I don't want to give them the name of any marina just to satisfy their application process, because that's the way their program is run. I need to work with an insurance company that recognizes the fact that I sail around the world or sail around the East Coast or sail around wherever I am. And I do not have a fixed address and I do not have a marina that I store my boat at. Because anything other than that, I'm giving them an opportunity to reject any claim. And that would sort of defeat the entire purpose of having insurance. So anyhow, what did I miss in here? So Oh, Seeley says, I had a rough day yesterday. The drug they were trying to use to reverse the rejection gave me a severe reaction, put me in the cardiac, oh my gosh, with chest pains. You're feeling better today. Okay, very cool, Seeley. Man, that's scary. That's scary. Well, man, our prayers are with you guys, and all you guys watching this, and all you guys that are going to watch this later on. Let's throw some good juju, throw some prayers for Seeley Shannon in the hospital there having his kidney work done. So let's help him out all we can, man. So 50% of all cruisers have the same address, Green Cove Springs Marina. The drug is Anthem. I can't even pronounce that. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, man. It looks like antithesmicite or something. Wow. You have to tell them your sailing plans, then the cost goes up. Yeah, well, they never even got that far in the conversation, Teddy. They never even got that far in the conversation. Your address in good Blues Brothers tradition, 1060 West Addison Street, Chicago. Yeah, right. Yeah, I thought I would tell them I live at what's the White House, 1600. But what was that, Pennsylvania Avenue, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, or something like that? Isn't that the address for the White House? I don't know. I don't know. You know, I gave them my ex-wife's address because that is where I have my mail forwarding going to. It's going to my son and to my ex-wife's house in Ohio. And so I gave them that address. And of course, that didn't work for them because it's so far inland, there's no water anywhere near it, which is true. But they wanted an address. So that is my legal, legitimate address right now. So that's what I gave them. And but then they want to know where I store the boat, and I don't store the boat. I couldn't answer that. And because I couldn't answer the guy's question, he says, well, I'm going to have to run this by underwriting. I'm like, okay, run it by underwriting. I don't know. I mean, that seems kind of weird. You would think Boat US would understand that there's a lot of people who live on sailboats that do not have a marina that they store their boat at. So, but apparently, in order for him to give me a rating, and then the funny thing about it was, then the price he mentioned to me is the exact same price that one of my other subscribers told me about that he gets charged. So apparently their rate's the same no matter where you live or what marina you're at or what have you. It's just their base number. I don't understand this kind of mentality. It seems like nobody can do anything anymore. You know, if you don't check all the boxes that they need checked, it's like it's impossible for them to think outside the box and accommodate that. So many things in life nowadays are so geared and pressure us to have to live that, you got to work your 9 to 5, you got to be in your cubicle at 9 o'clock in the morning, you got to have your little apartment, you got to pay your taxes, you got to do this, you got to do that. And for those of us that reject all that notion and live outside the box, it seems like it's a real problem for these guys. So anyhow, what I missed in the chat here. Looks beautiful there today. It's been 90 here in Seattle. Wow. 90 in Seattle. It's usually raining in Seattle. At least that was my experience. Celia, I used to keep a sailboat at Shoal Marina there in Ballard, just north of Seattle. Really nice marina. If you have an opportunity to drive over to Ballard, it's kind of a beatnik community, which is kind of fun. It's a fun beatnik community. But there's a really nice marina there called Shoal Marina. And I used to keep my Cal 30 there when I lived in Montana. We used to drive over to Seattle and take the boat out there in Puget Sound. Good time, good waters, fun place, good anchorage, good sailing. It was a nice place to hang out around. A lot of good friends in that area. So you should check that out while you were there. So it's funny that they like to see photos of your boat. I would go for liability only, no need for full cover. 2000 just my, yeah, Dick, I agree. That's all I want is just liability insurance. So I'm planning on looking at boats while there. Cool, man. Yeah, well, check out Shoal. It's a beautiful marina. It's a secure marina, so you probably won't be able to get down and walk on the docks, but you'll be able to see all the boats, from land. They have, as I recall, they had security gates at the head of each ramp going down to the docks. So we had to carry a little card with us all the time. Um, or was that another marina? Did we have a key there or a card? I don't remember. We either had a key or a card. I don't remember. We had one or the other. You used to have to carry it with us every time we go. Like if you go into the bathroom and back, you had to carry the little boat key with you, or the little gate key with you. So get back and forth. And yes, it is beautiful here. Absolutely gorgeous day here on the bay. Just gorgeous. And you can see Miss Lily still on patrol up on the deck. She's still walking around, smelling everything, making sure everything's right where it's supposed to be. Everything okay, dog, huh? Everything where it's supposed to be? Yeah, is your patrol all done? Yeah? Earlier today, a fishing boat came by with 3 young guys on it. They cruised by, and they actually went fairly close to my bow. They made me nervous. But she sort of grumbled at them. She didn't woof at them. She just a kind of thing at them because they were talking to make a bunch of noise. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. We got up early this morning. That's why I'm doing my live stream so early this morning. We got up really early this morning. Miss Lily was a little perturbed about it. At 5 a.m. they had an Amber Alert here, which, you know, I'm a big supporter of those Amber Alerts. I think it's a great thing. But at 5 a.m. and then the only news it said on it was just check your local news. You know, so at 5 a.m. my phone went off on an Amber Alert, and all it said was check the local news. Usually when they do an Amber Alert on the phone, they actually give you the information over the phone. But so they woke me up at 5 a.m. They probably woke up everybody in the community here because everybody has their phones on. Probably woke up everybody at 5 a.m. for an Amber Alert. But I sincerely doubt I'm going to see anybody involved with an Amber Alert out here in the bay. So, yeah, well, rude awakening this morning. He's planning looking at the boats, good. Thanks, Sheely, I appreciate that. Yeah, if they hit likes, guys, that would be nice. Insurance banks, etc., aren't running by humans anymore. Stupid computers making decisions drives me crazy. Yep, absolutely, Dick, absolutely. Yeah, 4:43 a.m. San Diego. Yeah, and Sealy Shannon, he's there in the hospital in Seattle, very early in the morning there for those guys. Hey, Ray, ever get you a mailing address for your insurance? Saw several mail forwarding services who scan and forward your mail for 6 months. Yeah, actually, Ray, I actually have my son and my ex-wife received my mail in Ohio, and I could use that address. But the insurance company wanted to know what the address of the boat was. They didn't have. Yeah, Sealy, 4:44 a.m. there in Seattle. Yep, I can believe that. 13:44, Dick, you're across the pond. Yep. More excuses. What do you mean more excuses, Randy? What are you talking about, more excuses, Randy? Huh? Are you being a troll this early in the morning? Yep, sadly you need an address for the IRS too. Yeah, well, for the IRS, I could use my address there in Ohio that my ex-wife and my son are using. That's not a problem. But when the insurance company, you're the only guy who lives on his boat. Well, no, Randy, I'm not the only guy who lives on a boat. But when an insurance company wants me to give them the address of the marina that the boat is stored at, I don't have an address. I don't have a marina I store the boat. So I don't know what your problem is, Randy, but get over it, dude. Randy, but a guy with YouTube channel. Well, no, you know, there's other cruisers on YouTube who live aboard. I mean, La Vagabond and Delos and all those guys. I'm trying to reach out to some of them to find out what they do for insurance. So far, the general consensus is they lie. I mean, that's the feedback that I'm getting from everybody is they just give them an address, you know, just to make the insurance company happy. So they say, oh, well, we keep the boat stored at XYZ Marina. Well, they don't keep the boat stored at XYZ Marina. So at some point in the future, when they go put in a claim, and if it's a major claim, if the boat's totaled, hurricane damage, or something like that, the insurance company will, I guarantee you, the insurance company will use the basis of the fact that they did not have the boat stored at the marina that they claimed at. And I'm sure Odell's uses his dad's address in Florida. And he very well may for his mailing address. What address do you put down for where you store your boat? Delos doesn't store their boat anywhere. They may adapt their insurance to say, well, hey, we're at this marina, and they call the insurance company, we're going to go to that marina. That may be very well possible. You have a mailing address, you submit a storm plan. I just did in prep for a trip south. It's just excuses. Randy, what are you talking about? I haven't even gotten to the point of being able to have an insurance company give me a quote. Why are you being such an ass? You have no clue what I'm talking about. You're not paying attention, dude. I'm trying to apply for insurance for the very first time. The insurance company asked me some questions that there simply is no answer for. They say they're actively cruising and they pay. Well, okay, whatever. I'm not going to argue with people over it. I can tell you the insurance agents that I've spoken to so far ask questions I couldn't answer. And I'm not going to misrepresent what I'm doing. I want to make sure I have adequate coverage. So if you think I'm misrepresenting stuff, well, that's fine, but I'm not going to deal with it. I will find insurance eventually. I'm just working through the process. If you have a problem with that, that's your problem, not mine. My insurance gives me navigation limits. Well, you probably also have full coverage. I'm just looking for basic liability. So there's a difference, I guess. Of course there's a difference. And if I'm doing just basic liability, then what difference does it make why I need pictures of my boat? That makes no sense. So it just doesn't make any sense. And the fact is, the guy said he was going to send me an email with a list of the photos that they need for me to submit my application. Then he never bothered to send the email. So pretty ridiculous. They're actively cruising and pay the what? Trade winds? Ray, you use trade winds? Most insurance only covers the county of residence in nearby countries. If you travel, you need an extension to find an overseas company. Yes, Randy, I am following up with them. Thank you. Okay, so I guess that's the problem. I'm going through the process, and so I'm discussing what's happening while it's happening, and you guys just all want to jump down my throat because whatever, I don't get it, Chill out, dude. Chill out and relax. It's going to happen. I'm not getting overly excited about it, so I will get insurance when I get insurance. I'm sorry if that offends your sensibilities. Trying to get you worked up about anything they can. Just ignore their questions. Yeah, Lee, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I don't need to deal with trolls. I'm out here enjoying the heck out of my boat, enjoying the hell out of my life. Though those trolls could be damned. So, hey, Coyote Pete, how you doing? It's none of their business. You're right. You're absolutely right. Hey, Mike, how you doing, buddy? How's things down under? How's things on your side of the planet? Things are great here. Well, Randy, correct me if I'm mistaken, but aren't you the fellow that decided to go look up Ohio e-insurance and tried to tell me that I'm not listed under the e-insurance? Aren't you the same fellow I just had a conversation or left a bunch of comments for this morning? Because if you are, then you are a troll, because that was a troll move. Never heard of them. Never heard of them. What are you talking about? Never heard of them. It was and will be a good day. Okay, well, if you haven't heard of them, then you're not the same guy, I guess, and that's fine. Maybe I'm mistaken. It was and will be a good day. Oh, yeah, absolutely, man. Never heard of them, Ohio Insurance. Okay. All right, whatever. Oh, it's too early in the morning to argue with people. I'm not going to do it. I'm enjoying my life, and if that bothers people, that's too bad. My plan for today. My plan for today is I'm going to poke some more holes in my boat. I'm kind of loath to do that. Um, Now, Randy, why would I need a survey for liability insurance? I'm not getting full comprehensive coverage. I'm just getting liability insurance. I'm moving on. I'm not talking about insurance anymore. I'm not going to argue with people. You don't need a survey if you're doing liability insurance. That's crazy. I'm loath to drill more holes in my boat until I know Douglas is feeling better. Um, I want to make sure that we get the push pitch welded, because before I poke any more holes, I want to be able to close them up. Um, I guess I could just run over to West Marine and pick up some 4200 and just go ahead and use the cover plates that I have and get these holes covered. But you know, I drilled these holes in the boat so I could have access. You can see there's one of the holes I drilled in the boat, trying to have access so I could get to the bolts up here where the stanchion bolts through. But I don't want to drill any more holes in the boat until I'm ready to get the work done and get them covered back up. But I guess I could go ahead and put the access panels on and seal it up that way anyways. So today I'm going to probably go ahead and poke the 2 holes in on this side. I've got the 2 on the starboard side. I'm going to poke the 2 holes in on the port side, and I'm going to go just seal them up. Maybe I'll run over to West Marine this morning and pick up some 4200. I was waiting to meet up with Douglas and pick that up while I'm out running with Doug. Actually, I was going to try to get some butyl tape, but the West Marine over here doesn't have any butyl tape, and the hardware store only has it in black. So I don't know, we'll see. But that should be the jobs for today, is poking holes in the boat. You can just remove the locker lids. No, Mike, I can't just remove the locker lids. Even if I remove the locker lids, I still can't reach up into where I have to reach up into. My arms aren't long enough with just the locker lid removed. Insurance is just for peace of mind. I have no requirement for insurance, Alan. Actually, at this point, Alan, I guess it's for peace of mind, and it's frankly, at this point, it's to quiet all the trolls that are all freaked out because I don't have insurance out here. What's up, trade winds there in Barbados? Have you had any claims with them? Yeah, I would worry about that. Just enjoy the day. I'm going to my boat and work all day. Pure pleasure, out of the water, and lots of projects. Yep, that's kind of what I'm going to be working today. Take Lily with you, Carl. Yeah, Mary, if I just run over to West Marine, of course I would take the dog with me. She can go into West Marine. They have no problem with her. So sheet metal roofing place will have the butyl. Yeah, they do, Sealy, but the places that I found here all have black. I don't want to use black butyl tape, but the roofing stuff that they use is black. I need the white stuff. I have a white sailboat, so I want white tape. Alan's my friend who owns a Brenta 80. Just had someone run into his bow. $330,000 in damage. Holy crap. Well, if he's got a Brenta 80 with $330,000 worth of damage, that boat's totaled. I might have to replace a streaming light. Was a long day. Oh. I could not come with that amount there for liability. The locker lids are sure under the hinges, and you should have easy access. I would imagine. Look twice, cut once if you have to. Yeah, Mike, I've already examined that option, Even if I were to completely remove the locker lid, it's still too far down to reach around and get access to where I have to get up into. So, sorry, don't speak Russian. That's why I'm insured. Privet. The agency was in Kema, Texas. Not sure about the underwriter since the policy was sold in Texas. They are under the Texas Department of Insurance regulations. Huh. 4 million new, not total. Wow. Okay. I know she can go in with you and she will enjoy getting out. Yeah, yeah. And Mary, I take her ashore every time I go someplace where she can go. But if I'm going to the grocery store or if I'm going to the laundromat, she can't go to those two places. So, but if I'm just going to go ashore and run over to West Marines, then certainly she can go with me. In fact, that might be a fun thing to do this morning. I may just do that this morning. That'd be worth the $8 for the water taxi. Just to run over and go to West Marine, pick up that 5200, be a nice day, go for a little walk. Lily, you want to go for a walk? You want to go for a walk? Huh? You want to go for a walk? What do you think? You want to go for a walk today? You want to go to West Marine? Yeah? Yeah, I think we'll do that. I think she and I'll go to West Marine. Clouds above suggest strong winds are coming in the next few days. Not in our forecast, Mike. Not in our forecast. We had we had real strong winds yesterday, but nothing in the forecast for today. Actually, it's supposed to be fairly quiet for the next few days here, and with rain coming in next week. In fact, a lot of rain coming in. Not storms, but just, you know, those kind of drizzly rains that just come over and settle on top of you and spend a week there. I mean, they're talking about like 7-8 days of rain. Which is why I'm kind of loath to poke holes in the boat without knowing that I'll be able to immediately get them covered up. But I've got the cover plates. If I just pick up the 5200 or 4200 stuff, I could cut the holes out and just plug them up. So, yeah, I guess I'll do that. I run the West Marine this morning. It'll be fun. Got a patrol boat coming in. Looks like a patrol boat coming in the harbor, a police boat. Huh. He's headed right for me. Maybe they're going to come get me. They're going to come get me. I should run my pirate flag up. I don't have a pirate flag. If I had a pirate flag, I'd run my pirate flag up. Uh-oh, now he's going to the left. Oh, that's not a patrol boat. That's that fishing boat. Never mind. That's the guy that's coming back in from fishing this morning. I thought that was going to be fun. Oh, well, kids. Look, this is getting way too long for a Good Morning World anyway. I usually like to keep these things fairly short, but we got into this ridiculous argument over insurance, so... hey, Carl, did you catch any fish? No, Mo, I really haven't been doing much fishing. Sorry about that, but I have not, so... Love the West Marine price match. Yes, that is kind of convenient. Oh. Well, now where's he going? Huh. The fishing boat was heading straight toward me, and then he just made a quick left turn. Not like he went around a buoy or anything, huh? And now he made a quick right turn. I don't know. I don't think he knows where he's going. Huh. Oh, well. That's his issue, not mine. Brought the Shell Rotella diesel oil at Walmart, at West Marine for the Walmart price of 22 gallons? Huh. Okay. All right, kids. Well, look, I got to run. So I'm going to go ahead and get to my project. We'll have more for you later, kids. Be good, be careful, take good care of one another. If you're so inclined, please check out my Patreon and PayPal links down in the description down below should you want to contribute to the cause. All donations are greatly appreciated. I do believe it's 8 a.m. because they just fired the cannon off at the yacht club. So you guys have a great day. We'll see you this evening at the live stream. Bye.